Hello, my biomed students. If you are having trouble with the assignment Anatomy of a Concussion, this is going to be a walkthrough for you. So to get to that assignment, click from Stream over to Classwork, and it's in the Wednesday 11-3 folder. Go ahead and open that up. I have it open right here. So you can log on to my PLTW, click Courses, Biomed, Master the Morgue, Histology, concussion case study. It doesn't say career connections anymore. It did last year. That's my bad for not checking that. So let's do that. Here we go. So 1.2 Master the Morgue. If you go down, it is now, oh, it does say concussion case study. So there you go. And close that and make this bigger. There we go. All right, so the body of a former NFL linebacker is undergoing an autopsy. The decedent is 48 and died unexpectedly. All right. So we're going to look through this. Concussion. Here is the first one, an injury to the head that causes the brain to move back and forth, hitting the inside of the skull. So the first one, what is a concussion? Well, I just copied and I'm going to paste. How do concussions usually occur? Let's see if we can find that. Let's see. After an impact to the head, I'm going to copy and paste. Describe what happens to the brain. The brain hits the inside of the skull. Not skull. All right. What happens to the neurons in the brain during a concussion? Let's find out. Here is an animation showing what happens to your brain during a concussion. That's actually pretty scary. Okay, so let's look. Find something about the neurons. If we hit next, neurons are stretched, sheared, or transected. Copy and paste that. How does tau form and what does it do? Let's see if we can find that together. Damage can effectively, here we go, tau. So here we go. Severe multiple concussions, protein called tau. It spreads throughout the brain and kills brain cells. Yikes. It's kind of scary. There we go. Initial symptoms of a concussion. Let's find out. Oh, I went backwards. Minutes to hours. Symptoms include vacant stares, disorientation, inability to focus, memory impairment, slurred speech, and stumbling. I'm going to copy and paste. Some of you actually probably know this if you're into sports. I'm not, so this was all new information to me when I read it for the first time. Multiple concussions over the course of a lifetime. Let's see. Multiple concussions. Here we go. Paranoia. Oh, paranoia, mood and behavior changes, aggression, and depression. Oh, that's sad. The good news about watching this recording is you can watch it on mute, you can pause it while you type, or you can follow along and copy and paste like I'm doing. All right, so let's see. The temporal lobe. Now this is back this way. Just scrolling to where the brain is. not the nervous system. Here we go. The temporal lobe. What is it responsible for? Processing language and storing information in long-term memory. Processing language, storing information in long-term memory. Now we got to look at the histology slide of the linebacker's lobe, temporal lobe. So let's take a look and see if we can find that. So we got to go back to this, close this so you can see this better. And here, the microscope is the histology slide of the linebacker's temporal lobe. And if you look at this, this is not normal. This is indicative of traumatic brain injury. Okay, so I'll show you that. Let's see. If we look at this, I'm trying to find it here so that I can show you. So just bear with me or fast forward. If you're watching this to get the answers, just fast forward. So here we go. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Here we go. That's what that shows. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy. So the functions impaired would include, let's see, the temporal lobe is responsible for memory and language. So those are going to be what we say is impaired. Impaired. Yeah, I guess that's spelled right. All right, so this isn't a slideshow anymore. My apologies, I didn't check this. So signs of a concussion, we already have that up here. I'm not sure why I would ask that twice. Let's see. Initial symptoms of a concussion. So I'm just going to copy and paste. Signs of a concussion. Vacant stares, disorientation, inability to focus. Red flags. Let's see if that's in there. So we got to go back to the concussion case study. I'll close this. So if we go down. So here are the signs of a concussion. Headache, dizziness, ringing in the ears. Some of you know this from experience. I hope not a lot of you, but some of you might. So let's see. Red flags, neck pain, headache, double vision, weakness, tingling, seizures, vomiting. That's a lot. So I'm going to put headache, neck pain, nausea. I'll leave it at that. There's more. So questions you can ask if they are having a concussion, if you think they are. So here we go. Check memory with a simple recall question. So recall questions. The date, the time, the year, a series of words. One of the eye motion tests for a concussion. Let's see. So that's the neurological screening. Here we go. Vestibular ocular motor screen. So the ability of eyes to follow an object along its pathway while the head remaining in place. When somebody has a concussion and they're trying to follow your finger as it traces a path, usually you see the eyes sort of twitching a little bit, okay? Or here, eyes fixed on an object while the head is moving. Okay, so we're going to describe one of those. So the ability of the eyes to focus on a stationary object while the head moves. All things to keep in mind if you play sports. Oh, that's it. So now you know a little bit more about concussions. And you can go ahead, go through this, pause it where you need to, replay if you want to, mute me. My husband wishes he could. And you can get all of the answers if you couldn't find them before.